Welcome to today's AA meeting. I am Gene, and today we're going to discuss why family is important in this week's chapter of Demon Slayer. I hope those who don't read the manga click off the video because the story is amazing and I don't want any of y'all to be spoiled. Unless you've seen some YouTubers' thumbnails which showcase literally what happens in the manga. Enough shade for one day. Anyway, let's get into this week's chapter. Quick rundown of these AA meetings. The first part, I run down the events of the chapter in a satiric manner, and following that I'll discuss some analytical events that I found interesting in this chapter. If the satiric rundown is not what you're into, please click this timestamp and get taken to what I found analytically pleasing. Last we left off, the new Demon King Tanjiro was in the midst of killing Best Boy until Best Girl comes and hugs her brother. If you're into feels, this chapter is the one for you, as Nezuko begs her brother to stop and fight his urges. And the connection I felt to Tanjiro was real after Nezuko said this.
Why do things always have to be so hard for Oni-chan? Why is life so difficult for good people? Always being trampled on?
These roles are literally reversed to when the manga began, and I'm all for it. Tanjiro seems like he's fighting it, but while doing so, he's hurting poor Nezuko. The gang tries to stop Tanjiro by holding him back, except for Best Boy. Even though he doesn't want to cut Tanjiro's head off, he's all fine for beating him. All this angers Tanjiro as he literally has a nine-tailed fox moment. Well, actually 2 moments, as Tanjiro literally uses a laser beam attack when Nezuko, to try to stop him, puts her hands in front of his face. Tanjiro, still fighting the demon, makes the beam miss, hurting Nezuko's hand. The process continues as Kano appears out of nowhere. Oh, and what's that in her pocket? An extra antidote? Well, if you want the series then, you want the series then. Kano uses one of her breath techniques and charges at Tanjiro with the antidote in her hand. Whilst flipping, injecting Tanjiro, she gets hit in the process. And that concluded the chapter. Honestly, it was a really good chapter, and I know I made a joke earlier about ending the fight quickly, but I feel like it was done in good taste, as most people didn't even expect Tanjiro to become a demon in the first place when he was pronounced dead literally 2 chapters ago. So the only thing I really want to discuss analytically about this chapter is the reverse roles between Nezuko and Tanjiro. Even though both of them are different in different situations, both go to protect their family. Even when Tanjiro is on top of Nezuko with his spine blades, it looks like he's protecting her from the others than himself. The only prediction I have for next week's chapter is Tanjiro fading out or becoming a human right then and there. Yes, we only had Demon Tanjiro for a quick 2 chapters, but I honestly feel the main reason this was done was just to heal Tanjiro's injuries from the Muzan fight. Honestly, imagine if instead of getting the injection, the manga just ends with Tanjiro murdering everyone and living his life as the new Demon King. Honestly, I'm just excited to see all this get animated in probably about 2023 at this point. Anyway, that concludes this week's chapter. I hope you enjoyed the AA meeting this week. If you liked the lesson, give it a like and a subscribe so you don't miss the future AA meetings. This has been Ascension Anime, the new Demon King, signing off. Take it easy, y'all.